Okay, mathematicians. Mission 6. This time, linear relationships.
Okay, mathematicians, we're going to put it all together with linear relationships. Mission 6. Let's remember the parts of an equation that's written in slope-intercept form. The m, the number right there by the x, is the slope. The b, the number by itself at the end, or in the equation, is the y-intercept. Okay, let's practice some. In our first equation, y equals 2x plus 6, the m is going to be the 2, and the y-intercept is going to be the 6. Awesome. The second one, y equals 1/2 x minus 4, the m will be the fraction 1/2, and the y-intercept is going to be negative 4. That minus becomes a negative 4. On our last one, remember, the y can be on either side of the equal sign. It just has to be by itself, so we can identify the m as 3 because it's next to the x, and the y-intercept as 1 because it's all by itself. Now you try. Pause the video, then check back with me in a sec. Now go ahead and check yourself. Did you get it? Awesome. Okay, it's easy to write an equation from a graph because we can first find the y-intercept. Where does this line cross the y-axis? So I'm looking at this one right here, and it looks like it crosses at 1. Okay, now to calculate the slope, remember that's the rise over the run. Looks like I go up 2 over 2, which equals a slope of 1. Now that we know both of those, we can go ahead and put it in slope-intercept form equation. Y equals 1x plus 1. That 1 is optional. Now let's try the next one. I can tell right now that this is going to be a negative slope because if I've got a little guy up here, he is going to be going downhill if he's skiing. So first off, I'm going to find the y-intercept. Looks like it's at negative 1, and then I'm going to count down how many? Looks like 5, and over 4. So I have negative 5 over 4 as my slope. So now it's easy to write the equation. Y equals negative 5 over 4x minus 1. Boom. Now you give it a try. Pause the video and check out these examples. How'd it go? Y equals 2x plus 4. We had to notice that. Okay, now let's find the slope and the y-intercept in an equation and graph it. Okay, looking at this equation, I see my slope right here is the 1/2. So I'm going to put that for my m. I see my y-intercept is the negative 5, so I'm going to put that for my b. Now, to graph this, we start at the b. So I put my first point at negative 5. Then my slope is going to go up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. I like to just do as many as I can. And then boop, there we've graphed our first line. Okay, now let's try the second one. We've got a slope of negative 2, which I'm going to write negative 2 over 1 because that's my rise and my run. And I'm going to start at positive 4. I'm going to also switch colors for this since I'm doing it on the same graph. Okay, so I start at positive 4 as my y-intercept, because just like a football player intercepts this point, and this line is going to intercept the y-axis on positive 4. Now to find my other points, I go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, and there's the line that represents. Now you give it a try. Pause the video and try these two on your own. Okay, check it out. See how you did. Your line should look like these. Okay, let's keep it real now and talk about where we're going to use this in the real world. Marissa started a tutoring business and her supplies cost her $10. she will charge $5 per hour. So let's make a table to determine how much she can make. Okay, because she bought supplies, at 0 hours tutoring, she is down $10. After 1 hour of tutoring, she is only down $5. After 2 hours of tutoring, she's earned her money that she bought the supplies with. After 3 hours, she's made $5, and after 4 hours, she's made $10, and it'll keep going up from there. So first, let's talk about what her y-intercept was. Where did she start? Well, she started at negative $10 because she spent $10. So we're going to put that right on our y. Then what's her rate? Well, she charges $5 per hour, so that slope is going to be 5. So here's our equation. So that means to figure out all the other points on our graph, we're going to go up 5 over 1. We see where she gets to eat, where she breaks even. Then she starts to make some money. And as you can tell, it's just going to keep going up from there. Now pause the video and you give it a try. Check it out. How did you do? Fun fact, sometimes relations and functions are not linear. Check these out to remember what they look like when they are nonlinear equations or functions or points or tables.
Okay, mathematicians, don't forget the pledge. I am a person. I am a person. I did math today. I did math today. I'm a math person. I'm a math person. Boom.